Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So, the trailer just broke for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and obviously a lot of people have already jumped on to the let's do a trailer reaction video, and I was thinking about it myself. I'm like, do I want to do that? Unfortunately, I wasn't in a position to shoot a video at the time that it broke, and I thought, well, I'm going to miss the train on that one. But that's okay, because there's a lot of great YouTubers out there who are already doing some great, kind of reaction videos. And, you can watch the video within there. In fact, I haven't myself actually went and watched the official video outside of watching it through the reaction videos. And so, Retro Raider, cool guys, he did one. And we had Smash JT, who also did a reaction video. And of course, the Atari creep had to give his 2 cents. And I really enjoyed watching their reactions, I have to say. Now, my thoughts are a little bit, similar. But I thought I should just share some of my thoughts on, what I saw. And, what, just kind of make sense out of it. And, it's obviously been on a lot of people's minds about the whole video games translating into movies. And we've had many a movie come out. We've had things like the Super Mario Brothers movie, where a lot of people are kind of like, it's a good movie, but it has nothing to do with Super Mario Brothers. But then we had movies like Mortal Kombat and Tomb Raider, Doom. I mean, there's been a lot of was Silent Hill. A lot that just seemed like it's more movie than video game, and that whatever. So it seems like this Sonic movie really wants to try and give you as much of the video game feel as possible. They didn't try to really change Sonic too much. They didn't, they put him in the real world. They could have done the whole thing like an anime, which I think is the talk for a potential new Super Mario Brothers movie in the works. At least I've heard little mumblings about that. That it'll be a full animated thing. And it is. It's just weird that to see this type of crossover. Now we've seen it in the 80s, in the early 80s. We've seen a lot of these things, like with the Muppets and various movies where like E.T. and stuff, where you had this animatronic figure. So now that we have the digital, we can CGI anything. We can make almost anything possible, and so it's kind of expected that we're going to see something like this. So a lot of the reactions that I've been really seeing is like the music choices with Gangster Paradise or Gangster's Paradise from Coolio, and people are kind of wondering what's that all about. My thought is, well, Sonic the Hedgehog screams 90s. I mean, that's when this movie, or when the game, I should say, was out. I mean, that's when it hit the scene. That's when people were playing it. That's when I was playing it. And so Coolio's music was kind of that time frame. I don't think they're setting this in the 90s. It didn't seem like it anyways. The other thing that's raising a lot of chatter is Jim Carrey. Now, I kind of like that he's in it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they could have used anybody for the role, but Jim Carrey just kind of gives it that extra, I don't know, little bit that drives me to want to see it. Mainly because without him in the movie, I don't know if I'd be so quick to want to see this movie. If it was just like the standard villain type. Now, unfortunately, I think from what I saw from the clips, is that Jim Carrey kind of does his more like his Ace Ventura routine. That I kind of like that. I like that he's tapping back into his original comedy roots. But is it appropriate for this film, and is it really going to be necessary? That's what a lot of people are kind of debating. And, I might like it just because of that. So, who knows? The other thing that I've been seeing a lot of is this trailer making it, making this movie, Detective Pikachu, seem a lot more interesting. And, I kind of felt it was very similar. From the when I saw the first Detective Pikachu trailer clips and stuff, and then when I saw the Sonic clips, I'm like, it almost looks like it's a similar thing. Like you can see how Pikachu looks, and he's he kind of has that fuzzy look to him, and he looks out of place when he's around humans. And same with this Sonic guy. He looks a little out of place around humans. So, I mean, it'll be interesting how they're going to really try and, you know, blend the two worlds together. The other thing is, how they're going to implement things like the rings. And I saw, like, I think it was Smash JT was one of them where you talked about it, the rings being now like a portal that will transfer you from one place to another. And yeah, I mean, the game never did that, but they have to have a reason for the rings. Um, and I guess they want to take some liberty to say, okay, well, this is the movie, this isn't the game. So we need to do something with these rings that make a little bit more sense than just collecting them in case you die, and then they scatter all over the place. So it kind of makes sense that they had to come up with some way to use those rings. So far, I'm okay with what I saw. It's one of those things where I'm probably going to see it no matter how bad the trailers look. And I think a lot of people are too. I think it's going to be it's going to be funny. I'm sure there's going to be some really bad jokes in there. Jim Carrey's going to make it happen no matter what. And that's probably what I'm going to be going in expecting. I'm not going to expect anything like, this is not going to be an Oscar-winning film. And I don't think it has to be. I think it just has to please the previous fans, people like me who grew up in the generation of Sonic, and the new kids of today. You have to please them both, and that's not going to be an easy task. Pokemon's going to be a little bit easier because it's geared more towards kids, so they're just going to lap that up. Whereas Sonic, I don't know. It's a different kind of story. So I think the movie might have some potential. I think the kids are going to love it. I think, it's hard to say. It's hard to say off of one trailer thing. And this is the type of thing that needs to sink into your brain. You need to see it a few more times. Maybe you hate it when you first see it and then you grow to like it. That's all I can think about. Anyways, yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I just wanted to throw that in there. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you check out one of these 3 videos. They do a pretty good job kind of giving their reaction throughout the trailer. I kind of laughed at a few of their the way they just the reactions on their faces. I guess that's why these reaction videos are so much fun. Yeah, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.